All right, this video is going to be a little bit different today. It's going to be a little bit different. A long time ago, when I was back in college, I played Magic the Gathering for the first time, and I just fell in love with it. And then I got out of college, and I got married, and I sold my cards, and I was an adult, and I was being an adult, and I was just having a bad day one day, and I said, you know what I want to do right now? Is open up a box of Magic cards. This is like 3 years after I had stopped playing the game. So I went to this LGS. I kind of got on my phone and looked it up and found an LGS down 20 miles away, and went in and I bought a box of Dominaria. It was the set that was out, and I sat there in the store by myself and I cracked open that box, and it was just one of those things, right? Like I just had a bad day, and it was like, that's what I want to do. Like I needed that little, it's like, if you've ever played RuneScape, or if you ever played RuneScape, you never quit RuneScape. You just put it away for a while. And that's what Magic the Gathering was for me, right? And so I got all excited, and I came back 3 weeks later, and I had built a commander deck, and I came into the commander night at this LGS, and I walk in, and I say, hey, I'm here to play commander. And there's a table of 4 or 5 people sitting there. They just look at me. I said, hey, I'm here to, I'd love to play a game of Commander. And they just look at me. I walked out. I walked out of the store. And here's where we're going with this video. I want to tell you exactly why I started this channel. In this world, there is a limited number of people to play collectible card games with. Like if you've ever tried to explain collectible card games to like your family or your parents or your sister or your brother or whatever, and they just kind of gave you that like empty stare, like there's a limited number of people in this world who understand that like a cardboard rectangle has value because of what it means and how you play with it, and the collectability of it. And when I walked into that shop that day, man, I felt terrible. Like I felt like, I literally said to myself, I got in the car and I called my wife and I said, even the Magic the Gathering players don't want to play with me. Like, I was like, what am I supposed to do? And so, then I kind of found a different play group and got back into the game. It was great. And like that, so don't worry about that. But here's the thing, this channel, what does it mean? And what do I want it to be about? Here, I love this game, Flesh and Blood. A couple weeks ago, months ago, maybe 6 months ago, I just stumbled across it in one of my Facebook groups of Magic that I was in, and I ended up buying a couple of Arcane Rising First Edition boxes. I had been buying sealed Magic boxes as kind of like a fun collectible thing, and somebody said, hey, this is working out really well, so I picked up a case of Arc First Edition and started playing a little bit, and I fell in love with the game. I taught my friend Robbie how to play, and we both fell in love with the game. And I was just like, man, this is how I felt the first time that I played Magic the Gathering. And over the last year or so, Magic the Gathering has just kind of waned off, and it's just been frustrating. And when I played Flesh and Blood for the first time, I was like, this is what I miss. Like, this is the interaction, this is the gameplay that I really missed. And so then I was like, man, I really want to talk about it all the time. And I just didn't have the people to talk about it. And so then I started this channel. And so I've been thinking a lot, the growth of the channel has been a lot of fun. And I've just been thinking in the last week or two of like, what do I really want to be about? What do I want to be about on this channel? And so here I've come up with. This channel is going to aim to be an encouragement for the community of Flesh and Blood to hopefully set the standard of loving one another and loving people who come into the community and being kind to each other. In other words, I hate that I walked into an LGS to play Magic the Gathering and nobody wanted to play with me because I was like a new person there. Like, there's just a terrible feeling, and I don't want that feeling to ever be had by anybody else. Like I want to walk into an LGS and see a table of people playing Flesh and Blood, and they say, hey, you want to learn this new game? Or, hey, oh, you're here to play. Hey, here's a table. Here's a seat at our table. I think in this world, there's so few people who get it, right? There's so few people who are interested in this hobby. And to ostracize people and to not be super welcoming to them is just terrible. And to be bickering on social media channels is just terrible. And to not be encouraging is just terrible. So the goal of this channel is going to be to talk about the game. It's going to be to encourage one another, and it's going to be to create fun environments, right? Like we're gonna give away packs while we're opening boxes. We're gonna celebrate more people being, I think this number really isn't about me, it's more about the growth of the game. Like as the game grows, like that number will increase because more people want to hear about the game, and that's the point, right? And so we're gonna celebrate all those things, and that's what I want this channel to be about. And then I hope that this kind of attitude of like loving one another in our community also transfers to like our friends and family. I've noticed just doing these videos that I'm just like nicer to my wife lately. I'm having so much fun making the videos. I'm like more excited to wake up every day. But I just hope that positivity that we garnish in a community like this can be transferred to everyone that we interact with on a daily basis. I have a background in video. I probably produce 5 to 6 videos professionally a week. But the focus of this channel is going to be regular content. I'm using my iPhone right now. I'm not going to use my $2,000 video cameras and my lights and my sound equipment most of the time. I just want to be able to talk about the game. I just want to be encouraging collecting and encouraging playing and just be fun. And so I'm going to be focusing on regular content. We'll work on a background. We'll work on some stuff as we grow. But I just wanted to say, like, I just want to be encouraging. I just want this channel and this group of people in this game, not just me, but the whole community, to just be an encouragement to each other. We're going to do gameplay videos sporadically, but really this channel is going to focus more on the collectability of the game. There's so much good content out there already of how to play, how to build a deck, and all that stuff. So my channel is going to focus on collectability. I've got those collection trackers and the EV, and I'm going to kind of talk about how to purchase. We talked about pre-ordering and kind of answering a lot of the questions that's about the collectability. You can't see all the stuff. I've got a whole Star Wars collectible stuff. I collect these hats. I just, collecting's like my thing. I got a vinyl collection. So I really like collecting things. So that's what we're going to talk about on the channel most of the time. We're going to try to do a lore video once a week if I can get to it. We're going to do lots of box openings. And just as a last thing, thank you so much to the patrons who are here. If you are wanting to support that vision, that's what the Patreon is for. Kind of everything that I gain, I'm going to put back into the channel and do more giveaways and do more fun stuff. And that's the point. That's why we're here. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm glad that you've been on the ride with me so far. So if you're interested in the Patreon, this is not a promotion of the Patreon. I just wanted to give you a vision for the channel. If you're interested in that vision, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But if you're interested in the Patreon, you get the collection trackers, all the data that I do, and the EV videos every week. I kind of send out to all the patrons as an update, like, hey, here's all the spreadsheet. You just copy and paste it into your own spreadsheet. Well, I already gave you the spreadsheet, so then you just copy and paste to update it. And then the box openings, I think we have like 8 spots left in the box openings for that D20 roll. I don't know what the plan is after we finish that. If enough other people want, maybe we'll do another tier, and we'll do, instead of 3 box openings a week, we'll try to do 6 if I can get the product. And we'll just have fun. This is just gonna be great. So thanks for being here. So excited. I just wanted to, at the end of the year, kind of give a vision for what my channel is so that you can hold me accountable to it, to being encouraging and exciting, and to focus on collecting, because I love this game. Flesh and Blood, I'm in it for the long haul. Like, I am all for it. So let's do it. Hey, make sure you're kind to the people around you. Make sure if somebody shows up at your LGS, you welcome them to the table and you play a game with them. Because come on, how many people do you know that play Flesh and Blood? Let's get some more people in here.